Hello, men and women of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. It's an honor to speak with you today as I join you as the new Deputy Director. I want to begin by thanking Director Bill Marshall for his leadership and for welcoming me to serve alongside of him. Director Marshall is someone I have followed for a while and deeply respect. I would like to thank President Donald J. Trump, the most transformational president in our history, for his bold vision to restore strength and integrity to our government. President Trump cares so much about this agency that he's taken the time to meet with both Director Marshall and myself personally. Also, I want to thank Attorney General Pam Bondi. The first time I met with the AG, she was very clear about the focus and intentionality that was going to be placed on this agency. And we can all see clearly from her recent statements, she is showing that to be true. The fact that this administration is prioritizing us says a great deal about the importance of our mission. Now, let me be candid with you. I know many of you are asking, why has someone like me been chosen for this role? I've already heard and seen many of the comments from those of you who don't know me. I get it. Over the years, I've gotten used to that initial response while working in corrections. However, it only takes a short time before people understand who I am and that I truly care about making correctional agencies better. I have many friends in corrections, including right here in this agency. I know many of you that still work in BOP. I know many who have retired from this agency, and I value their friendship and encouragement. My life has been a story of pain to prosperity. When you learn more about me, you will learn that God has tremendously blessed me. I have a wife of 29 years, 4 children and 4 grandchildren, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to build both a successful business and also stay involved in correctional systems throughout this country. I have spent millions of my own personal wealth studying corrections over the last 20 years, learning from the absolute best among you in your profession. Now, let me ask you this. Do you feel this agency is operating effectively? Well, let's start with you. You play the most important role for public safety in our society. Do you feel your work is acknowledged or appreciated? I've already visited plenty of our facilities in the past, 3 in my first week alone. And I've seen firsthand you doing your job without having the needed resources or funding. Do you feel like others in government or law enforcement or our community even understand the difficulty of our mission? I have learned very few do. So let's talk about another important issue that you may not even be aware of. The DOJ conducted a study of public safety officers and for the first time included corrections. What they found was shocking. Correctional officers have double the PTSD rates of that of the military. Suicide rates double that of police, and a life expectancy of 15 years less than the average person. Divorce rate is higher. Health issues are prevalent. Burnout widespread. And on top of all that, you get less training and are generally paid less than others. For the last 2 years, a federal government survey showed that BOP employees are at the very bottom of federal agencies for job satisfaction. I want you to think about that for a moment. Most of you listening to this video rated this agency the worst place to work in the entire federal government. On top of that, the U.S. Government Accountability Office has put the BOP on its high-risk list, citing misdirected resources, neglected infrastructure, and allowing poor leadership to exist. Now, I've spent years working with top correctional leaders throughout this country, touring and auditing prisons and meeting with staff. And what I've learned is that turning it around starts with leadership that listens, leadership that takes accountability, and leadership that supports its people. I have never met a director or deputy director that has ever turned around an agency themselves. What they have done is promoted the right leadership and empowered and supported those on their team that were tired of the status quo. And that is what created the better environment for everyone. Now, if you are a part of the majority of our staff and you've spent your career doing the hard, honest work of corrections the right way, I want you to know you will find no other leader more appreciative or supportive of you than me. To get this agency where we all want it to be, it will depend on all of you. Now, to those of you who undermine our mission, and most of you are all known by others, you will not be able to hide anymore, and you will be held accountable. The 99% of staff who are doing the right thing every single day deserve a bureau that reflects their integrity, not one overshadowed by the misconduct of a few. My commitment to you is this: we will walk alongside of you, and we will stand by you as we rebuild this agency. We will prioritize staff safety, training, and morale. We will fight for the resources you need to do your job safely and effectively, and the director and I have already been working hard on this. We will celebrate those of you who go above and beyond, and we will not hesitate to hold accountable the few who tarnish the integrity of this agency. The BOP should be a place where people are proud to work, where staff are supported and equipped and appreciated, where we create an environment that's intentional and equips inmates to go back into their communities better than we received them. I firmly believe there is no agency in government that plays a more critical role in public safety than this Bureau of Prisons. Together, we can make prisons a place of transformation. That's our job, and that's our mission. And I couldn't be more honored to join you in it. Let's get to work.